This is the next section of Messalina. The marriage becomes known to Claudius. He said, "Do you know about your divorce? For the people, the Senate, and the soldiers have seen Silius's marriage, and unless you act quickly, the husband controls the city." Meanwhile, there was not only rumour, but from all sides, messengers were hastening to Messalina to report that Claudius knew everything and was coming, eager for revenge. Therefore, Messalina and Silius departed in different directions, she to the gardens of Lucullus, he to the forum, to hide his fear. She, however, although unfavourable circumstances were taking away time for deliberation, immediately decided to meet and be seen by her husband, which had often been a help to her. And she sent instructions that Britannicus and Octavia should go to embrace their father. Let's pick up then with the moment that the truth about the marriage becomes known to Claudius, that it reaches him. We begin with some direct speech, right, this bit here, spoken by Narcissus, okay, which immediately injects urgency and drama. Do you know about your divorce? The phrase is brutally direct. Tacitus puts it into the mouth of Narcissus to hammer home the betrayal of his wife, right, of Claudius's wife. The direct address confronts Claudius with the reality that up to now he's been blind to. And the key word is discidum, right, this one here. Divorce, which is shocking in itself, right? Narcissus frames it almost rhetorically as if Claudius ought already to know. And yet, ironically, everyone does, apart from Claudius himself. That idea is then emphasised with this tricolon, okay? Populus et senatus et milites, right? So for the marriage of Silius has been seen by the people, the Senate, and the soldiers. The list rises in importance of authority. We start with ordinary citizens, and then the political elite, and then finally the military. Tacitus suggests not just scandal, but national crisis going on here, right? But he also reinforces Claudius's humiliation. Everyone is aware the only one kept in the dark is the emperor. Now, this phrase also uses polyptoton, okay? So more conjunctions than we actually need. So populus et senatus et milites. The repetition creates some rhythm, but it also extends how long it takes us to read it. It feels like there are more people that know about this than there actually are. Okay, the effect is cumulative. It's not gossip, it's public, it's a total impact. All right, then we reach another key phrase. Okay, tenet urbem maritus. Okay, so let's pause on the word maritus right at the end, the husband. I think Tacitus uses this word quite deliberately. It should really refer to Claudius, right? He is, up until now, the husband of Messalina, but chillingly, right, it now means Silius. This alone tells us how far Messalina has gone, but the real sting is in the word order. By placing tenet first in the sentence, right, verb, object, subject, so verb, object, subject, Tacitus, or I suppose Narcissus with him talking, stresses that Silius already holds the city. Okay, he holds it now. Tenet, he holds. And then the placement of urbem before maritus suggests that Rome has already passed into the hands of a new husband. There's a real inversion of the word order, just like there's an inversion of events in Rome at this point. That this other guy, Silius, is actually now in control. He's married to Messalina. Then, okay, the narrative shifts a bit more. We come up to non solum rumor interior, sed undique nunti ad Messalinam contendent. Okay, this bit here. Let's do blue. We get more suspense and panic being built. Contendent, right, the verb at the end, is a historic present. It speeds up the action, it pulls us into the moment, and it also dramatises the rush and urgency of the messengers flying towards Messalina from every direction, right, telling her that Claudius knows what's going on. And what else is happening? Then the sentence structure later on, right, mirrors the emotional collapse, right? The emotional collapse in the marriage, but also the collapse of Rome. Okay. Um, well, what's happening? Messalina has gone to the Gardens of Lucullus. Claudius has gone to the Forum. Okay, so Messalinam, Lucullianos in Hortos, Claudius ad Forum, enter. Right, so this bit over here. Now in the sentence, Messalina and Claudius, they are physically split up, right? Messalina's over here, Claudius is down here. So now they aren't together, but they are physically and syntactically split up. Okay, so she's fled to the Gardens of Lucullus, he's heads to the Forum, they're no longer together. It's a balanced phrase, yes, but it's also a symbolic parting. Their desperate shared gamble is now unravelling as they decide to depart from each other. Now, Tacitus also underlines Silas's weakness with quite a telling phrase. Okay, we have, which bit we're looking at? Dissimulando metui, to hide his fear, pretending not to be afraid. Okay, it's quite a damning comment. Even as he goes to the Forum, the centre of Roman public life, he's masking his fear. And it's quite a scathing insight into the character of Claudius there. Meanwhile, Messalina doesn't entirely collapse. Okay, she hasn't accepted this is all, over. Despite everything, she clings to hope. Right, Ile Tarman. She, however, well, what does she do? Ire obviam et spici maritostatim constituit. She decides to go to Claudius, to go meet him, and to be seen by him. Let's look at those two verbs. Ire, to go, aspici, to be seen. Okay. One active, one passive. It's as if she's trying everything, to act and to receive pity. And Tacitus leaves her oscillating between effort and helplessness. And then we get her most manipulative move. Okay, what does she decide to do to try and convince Claudius, right, not to, punish her? Well, let's do some green. There we go. Misitque ut Britannicus et Octavia in complexum patris irent. She sends Claudius's own children, and not just the children, but named children, Britannicus and Octavia. Now this plays directly on his heartstrings. She's weaponising their innocence to stir some fatherly affection. And notice further on, right down here, patris, the father. A key word. It quietly reinforces the legitimacy of Claudius and subtly opposes Claudius's intrusion here. Okay, now that takes us to the end of the passage. Tacitus is quite masterful, right? He creates not only a sequence of events, but also a psychological and political drama going on. Right? Every word choice carries some weight here.